Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent English Room, where we make learning English easy and fun. I'm Emily.
And I'm Ethan. Hello, Emily, and hello to all our wonderful listeners. I am feeling incredibly energized today.
Energized. That is a great word, Ethan. I'm feeling very happy too because I have my favorite mug of coffee right here. It is warm, dark, and smells like a good day.
Coffee is like magic for the brain, right? But Emily, I was thinking about our listeners. We often talk about our daily routines or our weekends, but what about the things that didn't happen?
Oh, you mean the imaginary past. That is exactly what we are diving into today. We are going to master a structure that many B1 and B2 learners find a bit scary. Would have plus the past participle.
It sounds complicated, but we're going to use our own stories to show you how easy it is. But before we start, we have a small favor to ask our friends.
Yes, if you like our podcast style and our English tips, please click that like button right now. It is a big help for the Fluent English Room.
And don't forget to subscribe. We want you to be part of our family and learn with us every week. If you are ready to master the imaginary past, comment the word imagine below.
Ethan, let's start with your Saturday. You told me about that beautiful park with the tall trees and the lake.
Yes, the sun was shining and I had a perfect sandwich, bread, cheese, and fresh tomatoes. I was so hungry. But then I looked at my phone for just 1 second.
And that's when the whoosh happened. A squirrel grabbed your sandwich and ran away.
It was a disaster. But here's where we use our grammar. Looking back, I can say, if I hadn't looked at my phone, the squirrel would not have stolen my sandwich.
Perfect. Would not have stolen. You are imagining a different past. In reality, you looked at your phone and the squirrel took the food. But in your imaginary past, you were careful.
Exactly. I can also say, if I had eaten faster, I would have finished my lunch before the squirrel arrived.
That is a great way to use would have plus the past participle to talk about a missed opportunity. Poor Ethan, you ended up eating chocolate cake instead.
Well, if the squirrel hadn't stolen my sandwich, I would not have found that delicious chocolate cake at the Sunny Spoon Cafe. So maybe it was a happy accident. Now, Emily, your weekend was even crazier. You went to the cinema to see a romantic comedy, right?
Yes, with my sister and a huge bucket of mixed popcorn, but we walked into the wrong room. It was dark and suddenly a monster appeared on the screen.
That is so scary. You were in room 4 instead of room 6.
Exactly. So let's look at the imaginary past for that story. If we had checked our tickets more carefully, we would have been in the right room from the start.
Would have been. That's the state of being. You weren't in the right room, but you are imagining it now.
And think about the popcorn. I was so scared that I dropped half of it on the floor. If there hadn't been a monster on the screen, the popcorn would have been safe in my lap.
It's a popcorn disaster indeed. But you eventually found the romantic comedy, so it had a happy ending.
It did, but if we hadn't run out of that horror movie, I would have been too nervous to enjoy the comedy.
This grammar is also great for talking about our goals. Remember my shaky bookshelf?
Oh, yes, it looked a bit dangerous. You thought you could fix it in 1 hour, but it took all day.
My back was hurting, my hands were dirty, and I was inside tired. I almost stopped to watch a movie and eat pizza.
But you didn't. You said, don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done.
Right, but if I had stopped at 5 p.m., my living room would have been a mess all week.
That is so true. And if you hadn't finished the job, you would not have felt that amazing energy when the last book went on the shelf.
Exactly. We use would have plus the past participle here to show the consequence of a choice we didn't make. I chose to stay, so my room wasn't a mess.
It's like a muscle. The more you finish things, the easier it becomes. If you hadn't finished that small bookshelf, you would not have had the confidence to fix a big table later. I have a story like that too, about the guitar. My fingers hurt so much, and the sounds I made sounded like a cat in trouble.
You almost put the guitar in the closet forever.
I did, but then I saw a video of a girl playing a beautiful song. I realized she didn't stop when she was tired.
So if you hadn't seen that video, you would have given up on your dream.
Exactly. And if I had given up, I would not have learned how to play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. It's a simple song, but it is a done project.
From a troubled cat to a little star, that is a victory.
We can even use this for our morning routines. Ethan, you once told a funny story about labels.
Oh, the mirror. I was so sleepy that I put a window label on my hallway mirror. I stood there for 5 minutes waiting for the sun to come up.
If you had been more awake, you would have realized you were looking at your own reflection in your blue pajamas.
I even waved at myself. I said, "Good morning, neighbor." But if I hadn't used those labels, I would not have been thinking in English at all that morning.
That's the point. Even a mistake is practice. And what about the social launch?
Oh, your voice note. You sent a message saying you were feeling sparkly to your serious boss, Mr. Henderson, by mistake.
If I hadn't been in such a hurry, I would have sent that note to my friend instead. My face was so red at the 9 a.m. meeting.
But if you hadn't made that mistake, you would not have had a funny story to tell our listeners today.
Let's do a quick recap of this imaginary past structure.
We use would have plus a past participle like stolen, finished, been, or learned to talk about things that didn't happen in the past.
It's great for regrets, like Ethan's sandwich, or for celebrating how a different choice led to a better result, like my guitar.
And remember our 5-minute rule. If you feel tired of studying this difficult grammar, just do 5 more minutes.
Usually, after 5 minutes, you feel better. If you stop now, you won't reach the finish line.
Like your 5K run, Emily. If you had stopped at kilometer number 4, you would not have felt that happiness at the end.
Exactly. The tired feeling goes away, but the done feeling stays.
And most importantly, done is better than perfect. My bookshelf has a scratch and is a bit crooked, but it holds the books.
If you wait until your grammar is perfect to speak, you will never speak. Even if your would have is a bit shaky, use it. If you communicate your idea, you are done with that conversation.
Communication, not perfection.
We have reached our own finish line for today. You are all doing a great job just by listening to this. You are practicing your English right now.
You are not stopping. You are moving toward the goal. Before we go, we want to hear from you.
Tell us in the comments, what is something you would have done differently this weekend if you had more time? Or tell us about a happy accident you had.
We love reading your stories. They give us energy to make more podcasts.
Please subscribe to Fluent English Room and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed learning with us.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep smiling.
Don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done.
Exactly. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.